I haven't been let in yet.
Right, here they come. Welcome, everybody. So glad to have you. We are blessed to have in our company Tempting Murphy, also known as Neil Bennett. Welcome to our show. It is currently Thursday, November 9th, and we have a solo show with just Tempting Murphy. So we're really looking forward to that. And if time permits and everything is good, we can even take some notes from the audience. You can send a note in the text if you have a question, or if you want to talk to Neil directly. We'll see if we'll have time to open up the mics. So,
All right.
Welcome to our show. We're glad that you're here. Without any further ado, I will pull down my friend Neil. There you are. It's great to have you. If you would go ahead and do the honors of introducing yourself and, tell us a little bit about what songs you're going to sing. I'll break you like every two songs and we'll chat a little bit.
Oh, good.
Any requests in the chat, or if there's anyone who has a question that they need answered. All right.
Okay. Well, thank you, Lauren.
So much. Thanks for being here.
It's great to be here, and some of you may be aware that there was going to be another focus to this show today, but unfortunately, Frankie had a problem with her dog and had to be rushed the dog to surgery. So life gets in the way sometimes. So we did what that famous episode of Friends, pivot, and now it's just a solo show with me. No couch being moved up the stairs, but if you know that reference. Anyhow, yeah, I'm a veteran singer-songwriter for a number of years. And you can actually see in the background here in my office studio, you can see a little pieces of my life behind it looks like my left shoulder here is a tutoring sign, because I'm a teacher, retired teacher, but I tutor as well. And that's why this particular guitar that I'm using at the beginning of the set is covered in stickers, because whenever I went to a music class, I invited my students to bring stickers and put them on the guitar. And I actually had this pickups put in this guitar a number of years ago. And there are about 20 guitar techs at a big store called Long and McQuaid. And they did a beautiful job putting in the pickups, but the head guy there was handing me the guitar after I gave him the money, of course. And he said, it was unbelievable. Half of the technicians here were absolutely thrilled with the stickers on your guitar, and the other half of the techs were totally horrified that you would allow someone to put the stickers on. And I've been asked if it makes any change to the sound, and I don't think it does. But I'll be playing my Martin later. So, okay, and I write songs very much in the storytelling vein, but sometimes they're love songs, happy love songs, mostly sad love songs. For whatever reason, I tend to write a fair number of songs that involve the topic of aging and being around a long time, because you write what you know. So this first song is a new song. It's called Waiting in the Wings. And it goes something like this. Nervous to look through the stage curtains, afraid of something I might see. My mind is so uncertain, nervous as to what my fate might be. Waiting in the wings, pacing back and forth. Waiting in the wings, of course. As a boy, I was a future old man. Took a little time, but he emerged. As an older man, the boy is still there. He is fluttering like a caged bird. who's waiting in the wings, pacing back and forth, waiting in the wings, of course. I gotta learn to stand firm like I never did before. Well, I can get knocked down, but I'll get back off the floor. Writing songs over the course of this life, my diary, my autobiography. Still wanting to share my dreams, scenes of mental geography. And I'm waiting in the wings, pacing back and forth, waiting in the wings, of course. I gotta learn to stand firm like I never did before. I can get knocked down, but I'll get back off the floor. Just be waiting in the wings, pacing back and forth, waiting in the wings, of course. Nervous to look through the stage curtains, afraid of something I might see. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, next song. Okay, sometimes, thanks, Lauren. Sometimes I just get a phrase, and songwriters, get their inspiration from all different places. And this one was just the phrase, very small phrase, thin air. And I thought about the phrase thin air, and it means some different things. If you're running out of oxygen and you're under the sea and your tank is running out and the air is getting thin, or if you're in a spaceship, so there's that kind of thin air. And then there's, things appearing out of thin air. It's a whole different meaning there. So that was the idea behind this song. Kind of, well, the gestation anyway. Okay. Thin air. On a hot summer's day, my cares were melting away. Of course, I was thinking of you. Flies buzzing around, making hypnotic sounds, just trying to think things through. And out of thin air, I wanted you there. Out on a limb, I kept thinking of you, thinking of him, and just what was on your mind. I felt cold as ice in a kind of anti-paradise. What made me so blind? Out of thin air, I wanted you there. Oh, I've been such a fool Life can be so cruel, so cruel. Victim roulette, I guess I lost that bet. I need to reclaim my life. No regrets. You are as good as it gets. For you I just wasn't right. And out of thin air, I wanted you there. Oh, life can be so cruel. Oh, I've been such a fool, such a fool. And out of thin air, oh, I wanted you there. I've been such a fool. I've been such a fool. Life can be so cruel, so cruel. Thin air, thin air, thin air. Okay.
That was awesome. I love those two songs. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
It's so good to have you back. I know it wasn't your choice not to be here, but we were just missing. So now we're not missing in action anymore.
No
so.
MIA. I love it. Yeah, those two are brand new songs. So thank you for that feedback.
It's great. And I I know it's intense, but the line Victim Roulette has such power to it because it just could be so many things and getting hurt and being stuck in that spin is just like there's your storytelling, and that's what I love is when you perform your music, there is a big story. I could see it in my brain. I get to like visualize what's going on. There was the one about one of your songs when you could see it all on the floor. Do you remember it was about a spill or something?
Oh, stains.
You're talking about, right? Yeah. Like that one too. Like it just like every time I would hear that song, I had this visual of what was going on, and that's part of your power, and it's great. I have a question about the picture right behind your head. I see the black and white one, but what about the drawing behind you? I think you told me once, but I forgot.
Okay, that's Middle Earth.
All right.
And it's a reproduction from Lord of the Rings. It was done, it's very, you can't tell from the distance, but it's done very, very accurately. It's beautiful. It's done by my very, very close friend, Paul Andrews. And he and I were the first two to hook up musically way back when. And he was always a big supporter of my music. And he, unfortunately, he died really young. He was about 37. He had two sons, and he got melanoma, and it was misdiagnosed and just a mess. And so I have a few pictures of him around here somewhere too. I got a few little mementos of our time. He was the best man at our wedding as well. So
it's great. It's so wild because from what I see from here is I see a teddy bear's face. And right there with the eyes and the nose, and I'm like, I know there's more to that than that. So that is awesome.
And the picture over here,
yes,
right there, is a painting of Tempting Murphy. When we first formed, it was a duo, and I had a cellist named Irina, and we did a recording in when was it, about 2007 or so, and we did a really only full-length album I have out there. And the picture was, she was a music teacher at the school that I was teaching at the time, and she said, "Come on, let's start a band." And then we had we had sometimes a backup vocalist, another teacher, and we had a flautist too that played, and she's on a couple of the tracks, and her name is Vivian, and she was a visual arts teacher at the time, and she did that painting, which Irina doesn't like because she says it makes her look like a vampire, but I think it's
from this angle, it's gorgeous.
I think it is too.
You know, it just has a beautiful, the coloring is just so nice, and it looks very magical, like you're creating magic when you're performing together.
Well, thank you very much. Okay, better get on to the next song. This is I want to pick up the pace a little bit because the first two were pretty slow, and well, I hope this one's melodic too. Greater pace. This was on the recording that I did with Irina. It's called "On the Borderline," and it'll go something like this. Listen to the space between the words. That is where the understanding's heard. Watch what you can see behind the eyes. Nothing's what it seems when truths are lies. Oh, standing there on the borderline, not inclined to change your mind. Standing there on the borderline. Oh, find out what you can and as you will. You are on your own for now until you find someone who can walk your way. Just be sure it's the right price to pay. Standing there on the borderline, not inclined to change your mind. Standing there on the borderline. Time was when you had it made. All you knew just where you stood, yeah. Then you stepped into the shade. You were waylaid, da 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 da. Da 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 da. You were standing there on the borderline, not inclined to change your mind. Standing there on the borderline. Standing there on the borderline, not inclined to change your mind. Standing there on the borderline. Thank you. All the silent clapping. I love it. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun too. Okay, I've got one more. I have to show off my sticker guitar one more time. Because I'm retiring it from the set after the next song because I'm switching guitars. So I hope it doesn't go out of tune on me because it's so upset that I'm switching guitars. I mentioned before that one of my themes I keep going back to is the theme of time and sometimes aging, just sometimes time. I mean, like I suddenly will sit and maybe all of you have the same feeling. Go, holy cats! I remember when I was 19, and it seems like just a couple of years ago. And just think, and you go, oh my God, that many years have gone that fast. Oh, geez. I better start packing for the next journey. Anyway, metaphorically speaking. Okay. And yeah, this song called Time Moves. And man, does it ever move. Time moves, little cat feet in lockstep with the human heartbeat. Sand in the hourglass leaking so fast, no one knows how long it will last. Time moves at a metronome pace. It takes its time, never shifting rate. No matter how hectic my life gets, time marches on, the beat has been set. I would set my burden down, feet firmly on the ground. If I could turn back the hands of time, that would make me feel so fine. Time moves the only way that it can. It's a force no one can withstand. Some say that it's a railway, a single track that only goes one way. Yeah. Yes, and I would set my burden down, feet firmly on the ground. If I could turn back the hands of time, that would make me feel so fine. It goes to show I'll never know how this I'd achieve. It is so true, what can I do? I just live my life, then take my leave. I'll take my leave, yeah. Time moves, little cat feet, lockstep with a human heartbeat. Sand in the hourglass leaking so fast, no one knows how long it will last. Oh, I would set my burden down, feet firmly on the ground. If I could turn back the hands of time, that would make me feel so fine. I would set my burden down, feet firmly on the ground. If I could turn back the hands of time, that would make me feel so fine. Time moves. Time moves. Time moves. Time moves.
Those were so different. That was great. Thank you.
Can't write the same ones all the time, right? Yeah.
Well, that's great. I mean, the thing is that you have a wealth of stuff to play, so that's amazing. I don't know if anybody has a request or a question directly for you. I did post it in the chat, but I haven't seen anybody answering. I think everybody just loves you and just wants to hear you sing.
Oh, that's got to be it.
That's what it has to be. How could they not have a question for you? My goodness.
Oh, I'm just looking at a couple of comments in there, not too much. Yeah, please do comment. It's nice because, half of you don't have your cameras on and half of you do. And I always like to see the faces, and it's always nice. Okay.
All right. I'll let you get to it, and hopefully we'll get a question or two.
Okay. Oh, was that something? No? Okay. I love cottages. And in Ontario here, we're blessed with a huge cottage country. I know New York has a lot too. And, you know, a lot of North America, there's a cottage culture. And when I was growing up, my parents owned a cottage and I got to go there. I spent all my summers. I mean, school gets out. The cottage was an hour away from our home in London, Ontario. Into my bathing suit, stayed that way until September 3rd or whatever Labor Day was. And always got my first sunburn. And now it makes me shudder to think of what damage I might have been doing. We didn't know better at the time. And my mother would always say, "Oh, Neil, you're brown as a berry. You're brown." I didn't know berries. But berries are brown. They're not usually very nice. So I don't know if that was a compliment or not. But anyway, so this past summer, I got to spend a glorious couple of weeks in the Kawartha Lake District, east of Toronto. And on Salmon Lake, it's called, if you want to Google it. And one morning, I was awakened by the sound of loons. I don't know if you've had loons in your experience, but they're just the most magical sound, especially in the early hours, just at dawn or just before dawn. It's just beautiful. So that was quite clearly. A little bit out of tune, sorry. That's the motivation for this song. As he used to say, close enough for folk music. I may regret that. This is called Water Dance. I watched the dawn mist over the lake. The loons cry so pure and clear. I was so glad I was already awake. So grateful to be here. Babies cling to a parent's back. To rest, be safe and warm. Aquatic nuclear family, where they can swim from the day they were born. Now I wanna go down to the water dance. The music is gonna be fine. And out there close by the shore, they're having a real good time. Streamline in the water, clumsy on the shore. They need a long runway of 400 meters or more. I wanna go down to the water dance. Oh, the music is gonna be fine. And out there close by the shore, they're having a real good time. Sky rider, earth diver, harbinger of peace and harmony, princess of the water, lords of the sky, my oh my. I watched the dawn mist over the lake. The loons cry so pure and clear. So glad I was already awake. Oh, so grateful, grateful to be here. I wanna go down to the water dance. The music is gonna be fine. And out there close by the shore, you're having a real good time. They're having a real good time. Good time. Good time. Good time.
That's really nice. Wow. I was listening to the show through Lauren's door, so I figured I might as well tune in from this stage from here. You sounded wonderful.
Thank you
beautiful.
very much. It's the Jeff Pulver.
It is me, yes, and it's really Lauren's place today, but I'm just popping over. Grateful to hear you. Grateful to have you and the others that are sitting in. It's just really beautiful music. Thank you for sharing your voice here. It's just really nice.
It was my absolute pleasure. Thank you two for making this continue. You know, started in the pandemic, whatever, and yeah, not as many people because we're back to live music now a lot, but it still is a chance for musicians to play for people who wouldn't normally get the chance to play for, and hear other musicians who wouldn't normally get to hear. And I know 2 or 3 Irish musicians now that maybe 5 they never would have met if it wasn't for Jeff's place. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lauren.
Yeah, Lauren, you should be worried, Jeff. She does a great job.
I was listening, but I just want to say hi because
okay.
I'm going to mute myself and let Lauren. I'll let them hear. But I'm
okay.
Standing by.
Well, thanks for popping by, or popping in. And speaking of New York, I think I'll do a song that has New York as its setting. This is called. Oh, pardon me. I need a little water. The sky is always falling. And it's sort of a theme of if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. It's one, which I think I tried to change it to a Canadian setting. It just didn't have the same impact because New York is a pretty special place. So is Toronto and Montreal and Vancouver. Well, I'm talking too much. Sky is always falling. If I don't know where I'm going, I sure know where I've been. Escaping the memories of the things I've seen. Gotta face the music, though the arrangement isn't grand. This boy's on some sort of trial. It's gotten out of hand. Sky is always falling on the sidewalks of New York. I've definitely missed my calling. I got nothing to report. People picking up pieces of another shattered dream, drowning in delusion, being swept downstream. But me, I am driven to make it in this town. Well, I may die trying, my logic is sound. Sky is always falling on the sidewalks of New York. Definitely miss my calling. I've got nothing to report. a life in circles, like a dog chasing its tail. That's for Lauren. Ongoing, relentless, just trying not to fail. Oh, I don't know where I'm going, I sure know where I've been, escaping the memories of the things I've seen. Sky is always falling on the sidewalks of New York. I've definitely missed my calling, I've got nothing to report. Oh, sky is always falling on New York. Oh, New York, New York, New York, New York.
That was awesome.
Thank you. Any New Yorkers around?
Oh, native New Yorker, but right now living in Connecticut. I mean, we live in Connecticut probably for the rest of whatever, but we were born in New York. All of the Pulver children who live in Connecticut now started in New York. What I was going to say is that line about life in circles and escaping memories just instantly brought me back to Harry Chapin, because one of the songs that we would sing all the time is All My Life's a Circle. And sunrise and sundown, and your song has this magic that song has, where it's constantly bringing you back to the things that you were, because like you said, you know where you've been, it's where you're going that might be new, and it always has a soft part in my heart when you bring up my Harry, so it's good.
That's always a compliment to any singer-songwriter, to be compared to someone like that. I've had that. I've had a little Lightfoot, a little John Denver, a little, not so much Neil Young because their voices are so different, but and it's always
lyrics. It's not just the voice, but it's what you're saying, and there's a piece of Dan Fogelberg in there too, from one of his Old Lang Syne songs that he sings.
Oh, right. Yeah, those are all huge compliments. Thank you. And when I read the fact that Paul Simon spent 6 months finishing the lyrics to Sounds of Silence, 6 months, was it worth it? One of the best songs ever written.
Right,
so,
exactly. So.
He could have, and so when someone compliments my lyrics, it really, really makes me happy, because I don't spend quite 6 months on every song, but my tendency is to write like stream of consciousness, without sort of thinking of the structure, thinking of the story, and thinking of trying to touch people's hearts, because that's what it's all about. That's what art is all about, as far as I'm concerned, especially music. And if I can touch a few hearts along the way, all these hours have been worth it.
Well, you certainly do touch our hearts. There's no question about that. Harry has a big part in our life here, and also big plays in Jeff's place. We usually have a Harry Chapin concert. We didn't actually have it for Why Hunger this year, but his birthday is December 7th, and there will be a show, and perhaps we will get some of our Harry songs in on that day. With that, I'm going to leave the stage, and it's back to you.
But I could do a Beatles song, because it would be a George Harry songs. Oh, sorry, that was really bad. Another wonderful musician. Okay, this is a little bit more optimistic than. And I love the title because it is a metaphor. As a former English teacher, I love it. It's called Life is a Diamond. If you take me where I wanna go, I would be so grateful, more than you can know. If you share your love with me, my world would be complete, happiness to show. If you accept me and all my faults, I would be so thankful. Yeah, I would smile all day. All the subtleties of life I would share with you, and it would feel so right. I'd count my lucky stars, but it's so hard to find them. Count my blessings too. Life is a diamond. Troubles will be coming my way. I can't seem to stop them, but I can remain strong. I can send them on their way. No reason to accept them. Get on with my day. I count my lucky stars, but it's so hard to find them. Count my blessings too. Life is a diamond. A light so bright lights the shadows of my soul. To improve day by day, that has to be the goal. That has to be the goal. That has to be the goal. The goal. If you take me where I wanna go, I would be so grateful, more than you can know. If you share your love with me, my world would be complete, happiness to show. I'd count my lucky stars, but it's so hard to find them. Count my blessings too. Life is a diamond. Life is a diamond. Diamond.
Yeah, life is a diamond, and that's beautiful. You know, I just love the metaphors and just the writing and really the sentiment that comes through. It's just truly beautiful just to sit here and listen to your live music. And life is a diamond.
Thanks, Jeff.
It's what it's, you know, it shines when it shines. We don't even expect it to, and that light just comes on through. And so, thank you for keeping the light on. Thank you for keeping the light on.
Is that similar to you can keep your hat on? I guess no, it's a little different.
Keep that light on. We need
the light's more important because then you can find your hat.
Yes, you know, without that light, it's hard to find anything. So thank you.
That's where the light gets in. Okay, this is reaching the end of my set. Well, geez. Okay, I will do this one because we talked a lot about storytelling and how important that is in music. And this is the theme to this song is that we all have stories and we all need to tell them in an appropriate manner. It's called Need to Be Told. Oh, the smell of rain, cool refrain, stories of the road, memories of victories need to be told. All flashbacks, cover your tracks, all your friends and enemies, glory days, mental haze, but were you free? Shine a light, oh, in every night, into the corners of your life. Your stories need to be told. Oh, it's evident, set a precedent, examine the do's and the don'ts, sorting through the wills and the won'ts. Choices plain, the same again. Examine your heart and soul. Marginalized as advertised, time takes its toll. Shine a light, oh, in every night, into the corners of your life. Your stories need to be told. No apology, fierce energy to remove the stain. You keeping on. You must remain strong uphill through wind and rain. Shine a light, oh, in every night, into the corners of your life. Your stories need to be told. Oh, the smell of rain, cool refrain, stories of the road, memories of victories need to be told. Thank you.
Beautiful. Just awesome. All right. So here's my last question for everybody. Anybody have a question that they want to ask Tempting Murphy before we let him wrap up the show? Any hands? Anybody? Anybody? Well, you can open your mic if you'd want. Oh, good. Okay, Howard.
There we
All
go.
right, Howard. There you go.
Hi, Tempting. I'm wondering if you ever get to the Toronto area for performance.
I live in Toronto.
Oh, I thought you lived in London. I
No,
misunderstood.
I was born in London and then I moved to Toronto in 1984, I think.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
do you have any gigs coming up in Toronto in the next little while?
I don't, but I'm working on that. If you go to temptingmurphy.com, I'll post things there, and there's a mailing list there that I can. I don't send very much out, but I will talk about upcoming gigs. I also have on YouTube, also called Tempting Murphy, all one word. You can see some live songs that I performed at a Free Times Cafe in Toronto. I did in June. I was part of, I expanded to a group I was called Tempting Murphy and the Roonies. And the Roonies are two wonderful young ladies who heard me play at Say What, another club in Toronto on St. Patrick's Day. And they were in the other band, and they came up and said, if ever you want to accompany us, we're there for you. And they came and did a beautiful job. One on vocals, the other amazing violin player. So you can catch a bit of that if you'd like to see that. So, but thank you, Howard. You're making me more motivated to find a place to play, and maybe somewhere in London, Ontario, I could play too. In fact, if only I knew someone who lived in London, Ontario. My sisters.
It's a short drive from Toronto, so.
Short. Well, it's just about the same length as trying to get across Toronto right now. You might as well, once you get out of Toronto, doubles it to get to London.
Faster, actually, to get to London than to get across Toronto.
It is right. Probably New York is similar. I don't know about Connecticut. Don't know how the traffic is there, but
it's pretty bad. But it's mostly because of construction.
Okay. And
the highways are smaller. So.
we got another hand up.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Howard.
Thank you, Howard.
Let's just do this. Okay. Whose hand is going up? Let's see. Oh, Estella.
Estella. Oh.
Okay, Estella, you need to unmute, love. Do you see that button?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I just want to thank you for your gift or bringing that every song is a present at a different angle. Every song I usually am very picky, like, oh, I like this, I like that, and I like that. I could not use that terms in here. Every song that you came from your heart. Obviously that you are the person who wrote them. And so it's just beautiful. And I think that I work with different communities, and I think that I love that people get involved with the English language and all that. And I think this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful way how to involve people to learn language, and because we then teach the story as well on the different different angles. It's beautiful. So I guess if I wanted to get in touch with you, I will contact my friend here, Doreen.
Okay. Oh, that'd be wonderful. Temptingmurphy@gmail.com. Tempting Murphy is all one word. And maybe Lauren will post that. Oh, thank you, in the chat. And anybody else who wants to get in touch, opportunities to play for people, I'm always open, and especially helping people. If my music can help them in some way, then I'm there, and I don't have to be paid thousands of dollars like Lauren and Jeff are paying me today to be here.
TemptingMurphy@gmail.com, correct?
Yes, TemptingMurphy@gmail.com. Okay, I've got time for one more song if I rush it.
Okay, sorry, go.
It's only because I have an appointment at 4:00. So, actually tutoring. So right beside me will be a grade 9 student, working on her math. I like to help in that way too. Okay, I want to. Because we did so much, and the talking was wonderful. Thank you, Howard and Stella. Thank you. Those were wonderful, wonderful comments and questions. And it means so much. And I like the fact that almost everybody has their camera on too. It really makes me happy. Okay, there are way too many love songs written for 16, 15, 17, 18-year-olds. Okay, I'm sorry, most of the world isn't that age. Doesn't mean we don't have love at our more advanced age, and hopefully we do. In fact, if those loves at the young age worked out, you do. And I'm very blessed to have my wife of 51 years. So I decided, forget silly love songs. I'm going to write a serious love song, but for someone my age, thanking her for making my life a much better place than it otherwise would have been. This is called, I know it's kind of a negative title, Fade, but you'll understand in the lyric why the title, Fade. I found you waiting for me. I found you faithfully reveling in what came to pass. had no idea how long it would last. Predestination or luck of the draw, something in me, it was you saw. Then I came to see it was true. The partner I wanted had to be you. Many years ago, promises were made. Despite bumps in the road, this love does not fade. When I try to look around, oh, at others to see what they found, so many times they tried and they failed, but all the time our love stayed on the rails. Many years ago, promises were made. Despite bumps in the road, this love does not fade. This love does not fade, and it never will. In the light and in the shade, oh, I love you still. This love does not fade, and it never will. In the light and in the shade, oh, I love you still. I will cherish each and every day, oh, until we're old and gray. And with all of my heart, I know death will keep us apart. Many years ago, promises were made. Despite bumps in the road, this love does not fade. This love does not fade. Does not fade, does not fade, does not fade, does not fade. Thank you, everybody.
What a powerful song to end on. Thank you so much, Tempting Murphy. We're blessed to have you. Have a great afternoon with your student. Things should go easy and well. And to all of our audience, we're so glad you were here. Thank you for taking the time to support Tempting and being here. Next week, we'll be back. The show's actually going to be even an hour later. It's going to start at 4 p.m. Eastern. It's an hour show with Colum Gavin. He'll be sharing his newest album. We'll be hearing tracks, and he'll be taking requests as well. His sign up is a little different, so head on over to pulver.com and you'll see all about it. Take good care, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Lauren, also, and thank you, Tempting. Great set, a great show today, and thank you all for tuning in. And thanks for being me, Lauren. It's really Lauren's place now.
I can't be you, bro, but it's fun to sit in your seat once in a while. You can have it back. Okay.
Love and light to all. Thank you all.
Love you. Bye.